Welcome back to my channel. Today I have an amazing, legendary, progressive metal band, Fates Warning, and yeah, I don't really know them too much. But with that being said, let me get into the review of the new album, Long Day, Good Night. So let me just preface by saying that Fates Warning have been around since the early 80s. They're considered to be in the big three of progressive metal, along with Queensryche and Dream Theater. So I remember the first time hearing of the band. It was 1989. I was in a college dorm room and my friend had a Fates Warning CD. I guess it was the Perfect Symmetry album. I asked him about the band. I asked him, are they a good band and such? And he said, yeah, they're great. Check them out. But you know what? I never did. I was always drawn to the band Queensryche instead. Now, something like this. Fates Warning has an extensive catalog with 13 albums. Most of their albums were released between 1984 and 2004. Then they took a little break in there, and in 2013 they released Darkness in a Different Light and later Theories of Flight in 2016. Those are two really good albums. So with that being said, let's go through the new album track by track. The first track is Destination Onward. Right off the bat, it starts off a little quiet, but it's building my suspense. I almost feel like it takes too long to take off. The song starts off in a haunting tone, but picks up later on. I like the heavier parts. Some really cool clean guitars in there. I can also hear a distorted guitar in the background. At a little over 8 minutes, there's enough variety to keep it interesting. After that is Shuttered World. I like the intro on this one. It has a complex progressive riff in the beginning. You can hear a lot of different guitars. Some power chords come in. This one has a lot of complex guitar sounds. I like the vocals in it. Next is Alone We Walk. This starts off with some new metal sounding guitars. I like that, but it's slow. At about 40 seconds, you can hear the guitar riff that reminds me of Pink Floyd. There's also some distortion in the background, and it creates an atmosphere. There are a few heavy riffs in the song, adds a little variety. The song switches from heavy to light throughout. But yeah, I like this one a lot. Next is Now Comes the Rain. I get a little 80s vibe from this, not too bad. The vocals sound a little like Jeff Tate. A lot of clean guitars on the songs, more melodic and catchier than the others. Next is The Way Home. This starts off with a soft piano or like a xylophone. It's very slow, has some clean guitars. Takes a few minutes to pick up. There's some more of that Pink Floyd influence on the guitars. At 3 minutes, you could hear some distorted guitars, almost like a mashup of Pink Floyd and Metallica. And at like 4 minutes, it kind of gets heavy again. But at almost 8 minutes, I feel it's a strong track, even if I kind of dismissed it after the first slow start. After that is Under the Sun. We got some violins. There's some acoustic guitars, clean guitars. Picks up a little. Never really goes into metal territory, but it's melodic. After that is Scars. The song was released as a single. Has a heavy progressive riff. A good mix of melodic vocals and complex riffing. After that, Begin Again. The guitars in this one remind me of like an unplugged grunge band session. I like the guitar tone. It's very different, quite different for a Fates Warning song, but I do kind of like the grungy influence. After that, When Snow Falls, another song with clean guitars. It has some cool effects. If you listen with headphones, you can kind of hear a lot of stuff going on. It's a softer song. I was waiting for some heavy guitars, but the melodic guitar solo kind of saved. After that is Liar. This one starts off with heavy guitars and melodic riffs. A little bit of a nu metal sound to it, almost like Sevendust maybe. A lot of like layers to the guitars, and they're both clean and distorted. After that is Glass Houses, another fast song with distorted guitars. More of a classical metal on this. I really like the guitar riff. You can hear the guitar layers on this one. It's a shorter song, but I feel it's a good length for this type of song. Next is The Longest Shadow of the Day. This is an 11.5-minute song. It has that Pink Floyd Division Bell sound to it. Some cool melodic soloing. Gets a little heavier near the 3-minute mark with some riffing that's slightly reminiscent of bands maybe like Megadeth. Not super thrashy, but that like technical riffing, like from the Rust in Peace album. Slows down to a crawl at 5.5 minutes. Has some pretty cool space rock tones going on there. At first I thought it was an instrumental, but the vocals come in about halfway through. Then it goes back into that Pink Floyd territory, but picks up later again, probably one of my favorites on the album. Number 13, this is the last song. I don't know if it's here to be the last song on the album or the last song like ever as a band, but it's slow, it's acoustic, has like a classical acoustic guitar on it. The ending is a little creepy. He sings like, this is the last song, then the song just cuts off. So let's see where that leads to. In conclusion, I know I say this on like every review I do, but I was expecting something a little heavier. I like it. It's probably more of a progressive rock album than a progressive metal album, or maybe something like Pink Floyd but with a metallic edge. I think I like the previous album a lot better, but maybe one of those albums that kind of you have to like let it grow. It was kind of long, kind of laid back. It might be a good album to have a smoke session to. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not a long-time listener of the band. I probably need to dig back into their catalog again just to see how it stands against their other albums. So in conclusion, I'll give this an 8 out of 10 since it has a lot of guitar sounds and the tones, and it's very interesting. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the album? Are there any other Fates Warning albums do you think I should check out? If you have any more AC/DC related requests, let me know. I want to get out a few more videos before the release of Power Up. Please like and subscribe. I do rock and metal reviews, classic albums, new releases. I do rankings, other stuff. So if anybody is new to the channel, I have recently reviewed the new releases by Blackstone Cherry, Sevendust, and Armored Saint. You can look for those on my channel page. Otherwise, have a rocking day. See you soon. One more thing, check out my other videos. That one over there, that's pretty cool. Down there, another cool video. Check them out.